Hello people, today I'm doing my frangipani roundup. So this is the frangipani flower which grows in exotic places, hot countries like Polynesia and Hawaii and gorgeous countries like that. Different countries have different names for their flowers, so I think it's also referred to as tiare flower, and you may have heard of monoi oil, which is where the frangipani blossoms are submerged into coconut oil, which and then infuses the coconut oil with the frangipani. So if you haven't smelt frangipani before, then I don't think I've actually smelt the real thing. I've only smelt it in perfumes and products. I've never smelt an actual growing frangipani tree, which I am definitely putting on my bucket list. It needs to happen because it smells fucking beautiful. Heady, exotic, feminine, I think, very sweet, but quite fresh and almost spicy sometimes. It's a beautiful, beautiful fragrance, or flower, should I say. So I've got a selection of fragrances that all contain frangipani or tiare. I'm going to start with the ones where the note is most dominant. So moving swiftly onwards. This one is En Voyage Nectar des Îles. This is really, really strong. Ooh. Oh, I love it, absolutely love it. I actually asked Shelley to tell me what is this. There's a texture to this fragrance. It's almost coffee-like. Now, I'm not saying it smells like coffee exactly, but kind of wheaty. It's really, really difficult to explain. It's sweet, it's and Shelley says it's actually the frangipani that gives it that texture, because I thought it was tonka, but there is no tonka in here. This is super sweet, super strong. This lasts probably last 24 hours if you let it. It is absolutely beautiful. It's an eau de parfum, although it does say eau de cologne. Shelley has confirmed that as well. It was no way it was an eau de cologne. It's strong and it lasts and it's beautiful. So that's Nectar des Îles, and one of my favourites, definitely. One of my other favourites is I've only got a decant, Chantical Frangipane. This one sweeter than Nectar des Îles, softer. There's no texture to this, but it's just this beautiful, frangipani and vanilla. I'm sure there's other florals as well, but really it's just the most refined and beautiful frangipani. I have to also mention that Yves Rocher do a frangipani called Eau de Vahines, and I used to have that. That is really, really good for the price. So for example, a full bottle of that, which I think is 75 mils, is going to cost you about 150 quid. Now, the Yves Rocher doesn't smell like either of these, but it is a very good frangipani blossom smell. I think there's a little bit of coconut in it, and it's very fresh. It's more of I think it's an eau de toilette. It's not got the strength, but when you're only paying 20 quid for the bottle, then you don't mind reapplying. So that's a good option. I don't have it here to show you. Another one very high on frangipani is this Terracotta Le Parfum. I can't really smell that from the bottle so well, so I'm going to spray a little bit on my arm just to remind me. Now this is a designer, it's Guerlain. You can get it in the high street, in your department stores. Average price, and I really, really like this one as well. It's closer to Nectar des Îles than the Chantical. It's got, I think there might be some orange in there actually. I've never noticed that before. You've got the lovely frangipani, and then it seems to be that there's some orange blossom, and it's very fresh, very sweet. I think there's probably vanilla, maybe even a little bit of coconut. But it's very, very beautiful, and what's great is it is accessible, so you can go out and you can get that quite easily. I think it's full bottle worthy actually. I'm considering buying a full bottle. So that's Terracotta by Guerlain. And another one that's reasonably heavy on the frangipani, but this is really different to the others. And this, oop, I'm just spraying a little bit on me. This, my lovelies, is by Mr. Andy Tower, and it's called Ingrid. This is from he did a trio of fragrances. I think they were based on fictitious movies or movie stars. Tableau de Parfum. This one is very similar actually to Sotto la Luna Gardenia, so I wonder if he's used the same base or the similar accords. It's, to me, it's very gourmand. It's quite a little bit fizzy. I don't know if there's aldehydes, but it's not as sweet. I'd say this one could teeter on the edge of feminine towards masculine. What else can I say? Frangipani's in there, but there's so much more to it. I think there might be some gardenia. There's something slightly green in there. Just a very, very nice, almost something biscuity, you know, like a buttery biscuit base. Yeah. So that's Ingrid. So if you like the sound of that, check that one out. You can get that, I think you can get that online from First in Fragrance, if I'm not wrong. Okay, next up we've got, this is one I've just got a sample of. It's called Mon Jus Myrtille by Hutiem Art, which of course is Pierre Guillaume, who does the Parfumerie Générale. This is another different take on frangipani. Just going to do a little spray up further up my arm. Now this is got mango bark as a note in it, and it comes off to me slightly sour. And then the frangipani in there is beautiful. It's quite sweet, but this is another one that could lean towards masculine. I mean, I would say it's a feminine, but just teetering towards masculine. It's very nice, but I don't need a full bottle. I think I prefer Terracotta to that one. But anyway, so that's that. The notes were mango bark, tea, and frangipani. And that's very nice. Now, another sample I've got is Poudre de Riz, and that is another Hutiem Art one. Now this, funnily enough, reminds me of another fragrance, but the notes aren't really that similar at all. This reminds me of Etat Libre d'Orange's Putain de Palace. It's basically, or the notes are benzoin, cedar, coconut, tiare flower, rose, sandalwood, tolu balm, tonka beans, vanilla, orris, rice accord. The notes sounded amazing. I almost blind bought a bottle. I thought I'd just split a bottle, but I'm glad I got the sample because it's not as amazing as it sounded. I mean, it's nice, but I don't need a full bottle. I think it's slightly soapy. Maybe that's what I'm not loving. I'm not a big fan of fragrances that smell too much like soap. This is, you actually can smell the rice, which is lovely, like nice, clean basmati steam, you know, coming off the rice, which is lovely. And you've got, obviously got frangipani in there. It's quite sweet. I'd say this is very feminine, definitely a feminine fragrance. Sweet, powdery, rice, frangipani, vanilla. Quite strong and very long lasting, that one. Right then, I'm going to move on to, I've got some Kenzo Amour Eau de Parfum. I've got that in a decant that my lovely friend Lara sent me. Now this, I don't think is that dominant in the actual frangipani. So I've just sprayed a little bit. It's a very vanilla-y fragrance to me. Vanilla, rice, and a touch of frangipani. Really, really nice. I don't need a full bottle. I prefer more frangipani. I love vanilla, so I've got so many, it's ridiculous now. This is that Play-Doh type vanilla, you know, doll's heads, sometimes say. So that's Kenzo Amore. Slight disappointment for me, I'm afraid. What have we got here? Oh, looky what we've got here. My beautiful, beautiful Dirty Annie. Oh, this is stunning. So I didn't even know this had frangipani in it until Miss McCartney did a video and explained everything that was in. She did it from a lot of the Crimes of Passion and a few other fragrances as well, and they're great, really informative videos. And I loved watching them. Anyway, this is sweet, sticky honey and florals and nectar and bees' wings. Maybe not bees' wings, but all the stuff that bees play with and do and make, and you know, this is what bees wear to make love. I don't think bees make love, I don't know. It's beautiful. So yeah, it's I could never have told you there was frangipani in there. All I can say is it's just got the most beautiful floral accords, but where it's so beautifully blended with the honey and all the other stuff that all you can just say is it's a very sweet nectar-like fragrance, and I love it. Absolutely love it. So another fragrance that has tiare flower in it, darlings. Sorry, I don't know why I'm putting on a stupid accent. Is Vanilla Marble by Agnes. This is mainly a vanilla coconut dominant fragrance, but you do smell a little bit of the tiare flower as well, so it's worth a mention. I would say get it if you love vanilla and coconut. And the final one is Lucy B's Tiare Coconut. Final because it's crap, basically. Sorry, it just smells like magnolia. I really don't get any tiare flower or frangipani, I'm afraid. Real letdown that. The bottle, I love. The bottle is stunning, but that is utter shit. I'm sorry, really sorry, but it is. Anyway, that is all of my frangipani fragrances. I hope that you enjoyed watching. Goodbye.